Hi, it's Big Sugar with today's Petitorial. We're going to set aside talking specifically about the illegalities of the shenanigans of Trump and the Postmaster General and the Gestapo-style trucks driving around American cities picking up mailboxes by the hundreds and decommissioning of actual mail sorting machinery facilities all across the country, and the letter the Post Office General Counsel sent to 46 states and the District of Columbia warning them that even mail ballots might be fudged up in their states. And instead we're going to talk about the clamor for the free market to take care of things like the post office. The free market is an economic system in which prices are determined by unrestricted competition between privately owned businesses. The free market rewards opportunities that cost the least, but reap the highest value rewards. Just off the top of my little cat head, here are some things that the free market cannot deal with, or really won't want to deal with. The post office, roads, fire departments, education, police, although this is clearly debatable these days, but that's probably a whole other Petitorial. Environmental protections, like clean air and clean water. For the most part, we've let the free market manage something like healthcare. So people who can afford it, get it, and people who cannot afford it, don't get it, and die. And that's pretty much how the free market works. So the free market wouldn't bother putting roads in rural areas because no one in the free market cares about who goes there. You'd need to build your own road, not just your own driveway, but your own road that would take you to a bigger road that would take you to where the free market would want you to go. The free market wouldn't bother with fire stations, except in places that can pay dearly for them. You'd have to build your own system for fighting fires. Fire departments don't make money, so basically there would only be private fire departments that would be funded by the most wealthy communities in this country. Maybe you'd be part of a fire tax district that allows you to pay for the services you want and not for the ones you don't, which is awesome until you realize that you really needed for someone to come and put the fire out in your house, but you didn't pay for that service. And schools? Well, what's in it for the free market? If they can't make a profit, then there will be no school there. Spoiler alert, schools aren't making money at all. It costs about $12,000 a year to send a kid to a public school. How is the free market going to recoup that cost? Wait till that kid grows up and becomes a capitalist and makes it back by opening up for-profit prisons and fire stations? The free market isn't going to help you when you have an emergency in your state like Iowa did this last week, or when a hurricane runs up the eastern seaboard. The free market has an active interest in getting rid of things like regulations for clean air and clean water. They make money on pollution. Human beings, however, just get sick on it. So this brings us all back to the post office, where you can send a letter from Bangor, Maine, to the U.S. territory of Guam, which is 8,000 miles away, for $1.20. And the same one-page letter in an envelope would cost about $112.80 via Federal Express, and that's economy, not overnight. So really think about whether you want the free market to take over all the services that government theoretically provides to all citizens, regardless of income, or whether they are coastal elites in ivory towers, or economically anxious, or almost off-the-grid hippies with trust funds, or rural folks just sitting in diners talking to TV people during an election year. This has been Big Sugar.